Hello friends, in last lecture we saw the application part of the rationalization. Now we'll continue with the same. So here is the very first question that I'm taking from page number 85, example 1. Okay, so page 85, example 1. Find the value of, find the value of find the value of root over 5, again root over 5 multiplied by root over 5 multiplied by root over 5 and so on. That means this process will continue. So we have to find the value of this expression. Okay, so let us see how to solve this type of sum. Okay, we have to find the value of this, so I'll assume this is equal to x. So suppose x is equal to square root of 5, square root of 5, square root of 5, square root of 5 and so on. Okay, now if I square on both sides, okay, here don't forget to keep these dots because this shows that this pattern continues. Okay, so when I square on both sides, this root sign will cancel out. So here I can write therefore x square is equal to, okay, I'm adding this one step extra for your better understanding. Okay, squaring both sides, squaring both sides in this way. So when I square both sides, so here I do get x square is equal to 5. Okay, this square root sign will cancel out, remaining will be as it is. So after this is 5, then again root 5, then again root 5 and so on. Okay, now see, this is the infinite time this 5 is this is there in this pattern only. So this complete quantity again has the infinite 5 over here. So this can be replaced by x because this I assumed as x. So this is x. So here I can write x square minus 5x is equal to 0. Now from this I can take x common, so x minus 5 is equal to 0. So either x equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. Therefore we have two values, either x equal to 0 or x is equal to 5. Now but obviously this cannot be 0 because this is a real number having some values, it cannot be 0. So final answer, therefore x is equal to 5. So this is our final answer. Please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question. It is question number example number 6, page number 87. example number 6, page number 87. On page number 87, example number 6. That is the next question we have to solve. Okay, so question is, if 25 root 5, if 25 root 5 raised to x is equal to cube root of 5 raised to x plus 1, then find the value of x. Okay, 25 root 5 raised to x is equal to cube root of 5 raised to x plus 1, then we have to find the value of x. So again you can see over here we need to find x, and x is in the exponents, and whenever we find the variable whose value it is required is in exponent, we have to anyhow make the basis same. That is the first thing. Now over here you can see this is in terms of 5, this is also 5 is there, and this 25 also can be written in the terms of 5. So we'll try to make the base 5 on both sides. So 25 root 5 raised to x is equal to cube root of 5 raised to x plus 1. So this will become, see, this can be written as 5 square multiplied by 5 raised to 1 by 2 raised to x is equal to, here it will become 5 raised to 1 by 3 raised to x plus 1. Okay, so further here I can apply the power law, sorry, product law. 5 square, 5 raised to, bases are same, so we can add the power. So product law, here 2 plus 1 by 2 raised to x is equal to 5 raised to 1 by 3 multiplied by x plus 1. Here I can apply the power law, power to power, so I can multiply the powers. This will become 5 raised to 4 plus 1 upon 2. Okay, and raised to x remains as it is equal to 5 raised to x plus 1 upon 3. Now this will become 5 raised to 5x by 2, and over here I have 5 raised to x plus 1 by 3. Now bases are same, so definitely we can say powers will be equal. So therefore I can say 5x by 2 is equal to x plus 1 by 3. Therefore here I do get 15x is equal to 2x plus 2. So 15x minus 2x is equal to 2. So my final answer is 13x equal to 2, and hence x is equal to 2 upon 13. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll come to the next question. Okay, next question again from page number 87, example number 7th. If k raised to 3 by 2, it is example number 7. If k raised to 3 by 2 is 50% bigger than k raised to 5 by 4, is 50% bigger or more or greater or exceeds bigger than the k raised to 5 by 4, k raised to 5 by 4. Find the value of k, then find the value of k. Okay, k raised to 3 by 2 is 50% bigger than k raised to 5 by 4, so you have to find the value of k. Okay, so try for a while, then I will give you its solution. Okay, so according to question, it is k raised to 3 by 2 is equal to k raised to 5 by 4 plus 50% of k raised to 5 by 4. This much is equal to 50% more than this. Okay, therefore I can say k raised to 3 by 2 is equal to k raised to 5 by 4 plus 50 upon 100 into k raised to 5 by 4. So this will become k raised to 3 by 2 is equal to k raised to 5 by 4 plus k raised to 5 by 4 by 2. So this will become k raised to 3 by 2 is equal to, okay, over here I can take this k raised to 5 by 4 common, so 1 plus 1 by 2. Further, I can write k raised to 3 by 2 is equal to k raised to 5 by 4 into 2 plus 1 by 2. That is k raised to 3 by 2 is equal to k raised to 5 by 4 multiplied by 3 by 2. Now I can take this term containing k on the left hand side. So this will become k raised to 3 by 2. Okay. Therefore k raised to 3 by 2 divided by k raised to 5 by 4 is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore k raised to 3 by 2 minus 5 by 4 is equal to 1 upon 2. Okay, so this can be written as k raised to, okay, here it is 3 by 2, here we have 3 by 2. So this will become 6, here LCM will be 4, so 6 minus 5 is equal to 3 by 2, so I do get k raised to 1 by 4 is equal to 3 by 2. Now I need to get the value of k, it means I need to remove this power 1 by 4, and for that I have to take fourth power on both sides. So here I can write k raised to 1 by 4 raised to 4 is equal to 3 by 2 raised to 4. So this will become k is equal to 81 upon 16. So this is the final answer. So please note it down. Okay, now we will see next question, that is from uh, page number 87, example 8. Okay, question is, if 5 raised to 10x, if 5 raised to 10x is equal to 4900, okay, and 2 raised to y and 2 raised to square root of y is equal to 25, then find the value of, now there is an expression in x and y, its value you have to obtain. 5 raised to x minus 1, it is 5 raised to x minus 1 raised to 5 upon 4 raised to minus of root y, that you have to find. So let us see how to solve this. See, we need to find the value of 5 raised to 5x. If I simplify this little bit, this gives me something like this. Okay, so, and if I simplify this further, this is actually this, isn't it? Now this is a numeric value. I need actually 5 raised to 5x from the numerator, and denominator it is 4 raised to minus y. Okay, so this can be written as 2 square, so minus 2 root y. Okay, and I have the value of this, and if I keep it minus 2, then it will be okay. Value of this is, it is given 2 raised to, okay, value of 2 raised to minus y is given. 2 raised to root y is given. So ultimately I need this. Now how to get this? Let us see. See, I have 5 raised to, okay, here we have 5 raised to 10x is equal to 4900. See, just right now we saw that we need 5 raised to 5x. So to get 5x over here, actually I need to multiply it by 2. Sorry, I have to divide it by 2. That means I have to multiply by 1 by 2. In other words, I have to take power 1 by 2. So 5 raised to 10x raised to 1 by 2 is equal to 4900 raised to 1 by 2. So here if I apply the power law, I will get 5 raised to 10x multiplied by 1 by 2, and over here this 49,000 can be written as 70 square. Okay, this is the square of 70, and raised to 1 by 2 again over here. So here I do get 5 raised to 5x is equal to 70. Okay, so this is the first thing I obtained, and 2 raised to root y is already given. So now I'll come to the expression whose value actually I have to find. So now 5 raised to x minus 1 raised to 5 whole divided by 4 raised to minus of root y. Okay, so this will become 5 raised to 5 multiplied by x minus 1 upon, here instead of writing 4 I can write 2 square raised to minus of root y. Okay, so this further can be written as 5 raised to 5x minus 5, and over here I can write 2 raised to, see, power to power, so I can write here root y, and here I can write minus 2. Okay, now this value I have directly 2 raised to root y, and I have value of this as well, but I need one more step to put these values. Here I can write 5 raised to 5x multiplied by 5 raised to minus 5, or I can take this 5 raised to 5 directly in the denominator by applying the quotient law. So I do write that only, multiplied by, and in the denominator this is I have already this. So this in this way, and this 2 raised to root y raised to minus 2. Okay, now I'll simplify it. Just now I have to put the values. Okay, so here I can put the value 5 raised to 5x, that is 70, divided by 5 raised to 5. Okay, 5 raised to 5 multiplied by 2 raised to root y is equal to 25 raised to minus 2. So this will become 70 upon 5 raised to 5 multiplied by this 25 is actually 5 square raised to minus 2. So this will become 70 upon 5 raised to 5 multiplied by 5 raised to minus 4. Now if I apply the product law, here I will get 5. Okay, here I do write 70 upon 5 raised to 5 minus 4. Okay, so this is almost done. Here I do get, therefore 70 upon 5, that is equal to 14. So this is my final answer. Okay, so please note it down. Okay, so okay, now we'll see next question from page number 96, question number 6. Page 96, question number 6. Now it has 7 parts, so we'll see last 3 parts. Okay, or we'll see last 3 parts, yes. So fifth one, we'll start from the fifth one. We have to simplify. Okay, this question says that you have to simplify the following. In this, we'll see the first fifth one. 9 raised to 1 by 3, 9 raised to 1 by 3 multiplied by 27 raised to minus 1 by 2 upon 3 raised to 1 by 6 multiplied by 3 raised to minus 2 by 3, minus 2 by 3. Okay, we have to simplify this. 9 raised to 1 by 3, 27 raised to minus 1 by 2, 3 raised to 1 by 6, and 3 raised to minus 2 by 3. Okay, so let us see this. Simply we will try to make the bases same, and it is easy to do in this question. This 9 can be written as 3 square, so raised to 1 by 3. 27, that is 3 cube, so raised to minus 1 by 2 as it is, whole divided by this 3 raised to 1 by 6 as it is, into 3 raised to minus 2 by 3 as it is. Now this will become 3 raised to, if I apply the power law, 2 by 3 multiplied by 3 raised to minus 3 by 2 whole upon here 3 raised to 1 by 6, okay, and 3 raised to minus 2 by 3. So there are so many different ways to do solve this from this point. I can take these two terms all together and these two terms all together. Okay, so if I have to do so, so here I can apply the power law. Okay, sorry, I can apply the product law, that is 1 by 6 plus minus 2 by 3. Okay, and as I applied the product law in the denominator, I can apply the same thing in the numerator over here. So here it will become 3 raised to 2 by 3 minus 3 by 2, and in denominator I have 3 raised to 1 by 6 minus 2 by 3. Okay, so this will become 3 raised to 4 minus 9 upon 6, and over here it will become 3 raised to 3, okay, here LCM will be 6, so 1 minus 4 upon 6. Okay, on further simplification, in the numerator I will get 3 raised to minus 5 by 6, and over here I will get 3 raised to minus 3 by 6. Okay, now I can apply the quotient law. So by applying that, I can write that 3 raised to minus 5 by 6 plus 3 by 6 plus 3 by 6. Okay, actually see, quotient law says negative, but there is minus sign already, that's why I wrote 3 by 6 directly. But okay, let me write this for your better understanding. So here I can write 3 raised to minus 5 by 6 plus 3 by 6. So here I do get 3 raised to minus 5 plus 3 upon 6. So ultimately I will get 3 raised to minus 2 by 6, or I get 3 raised to minus 1 by 3, or I can say finally I will get 3 raised to 1 upon 3 raised to 1 upon 3 raised to 1 upon 3. So this is my final answer. Okay, so please note it down. Okay, now after this fifth one, we'll see sixth one of this. Okay, from the same page number, example number 6, it's sixth part. Okay, again you have to simplify. It's sixth one. Question is 64 raised to minus 1 by 3. 64 raised to minus 1 by 3, then bracket starts. 64 raised to 1 by 3 minus 64 raised to 2 by 3. Okay, so this 64 raised to minus 1 by 3, I can write this 4 raised to 3. Okay, 64 is 4 cube raised to minus 1 by 3. Then over here again it is 4 raised to 3 raised to 1 by 3 minus again 4 raised to 3 raised to 2 by 3. So this will become 4 raised to 3 multiplied by minus 1 by 3 if I apply the power law. Over here 4 raised to 3 multiplied by 1 by 3 minus 4 raised to 3 multiplied by 2 by 3. Okay, so everywhere I applied the power law. Now here I will get 3 and 3 will cancel out, 4 raised to minus 1 here 4, and over here 3 and 3 cancel, so 4 square, that is 16. Okay, so finally here I will get 1 upon 4 multiplied by minus 12. So finally my answer is minus 3. 12 divided by 4 is minus 3. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see next question, that is from page number 97, question number 1. Okay. Okay, page 97, question number 1. Simplify. Okay, it is 7 upon root 3. 7 root 3 upon root 10 plus root 3. Root 10 plus root 3. Then minus 2 root 5 upon minus 2 root 5 upon root 6 plus root 5. Root 6 plus root 5 minus 3 root 2 upon minus 3 root 2 upon root 15 plus 3 root 2, root 15 plus 3 root 2. Okay, so we have to simplify this. 7 upon root 3, root 2 plus, sorry, root 10 plus root 3. Okay, so however this is not difficult. Till now we saw how to rationalize the single terms. Okay, this type of, or individually this type. Over here combination of three different terms is given, so definitely we will start by rationalizing. So let us see its solution. So 7 root 3 upon root 10 plus root 3 multiplied by root 10 minus root 3 upon root 10 minus root 3. So here simply I have to rationalize the all three terms. Minus 2 root 5 upon root 6 plus root 5 multiplied by root 6 minus root 5 upon root 6 minus root 5 minus 3 root 2 upon root 15 plus 3 root 2 multiplied by root 15 minus 3 root 2 upon root 15 minus 3 root 2. Okay, so here simply we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator, that is by changing the middle sign. So now this definitely here you have to multiply, and the denominator every time we can get an identity of a square minus b square. So this 7 root 3 into 10 gives you 7 root 30. Okay, this 7 root 3 minus root 3 gives minus 21. Okay, 7 root 3 into root 3 is 3, so 7 into 3 21. This a plus b, a minus b, a square minus b square, 10 minus. Okay, I'm changing one thing. See here, after applying this identity in the denominator, I'm going to get 7, and that 7 I can cancel with this directly. So every time we have to keep this thing in mind, that we won't multiply. If there is a monomial, we won't multiply this. We'll see whether it is divisible by the denominator or not. So here I am keeping it as it is, this, and in the denominator I'll apply a square minus b square, that is 10 minus 3. Then over here again I keep it this as it is, then root 6 minus root 5, then in the denominator 6 minus 5, a square minus b square. Over here again I keep this 3 root 2 as it is, then root 15 minus 3 root 2, and in the denominator 15 minus, now 3 root 2 square, 3 square is 9, root 2 square is 2, so 9 into 2 18, so minus 18. Okay, so here I do get 7 root 3 root 10 minus root 3 upon 7 minus 2 root 5 root 6 minus root 5 upon 1, 6 minus 5 is 1, minus 3 root 2 root 15 minus 3 root 2 upon minus 3. Okay, so this 7 and 7 I can cancel, this 3 and 3 I can cancel, as well as because of this minus sign, this will be considered as a positive sign. So now I am left with this root 3 into root 10, that is root 30. Root 3 into root 3 is 3, so minus 3. Here again 1 is there, so 2 root 5 into root 60, that is 2 root 30. Root 5 into root 6 is root 32 with negative sign. Now this minus and minus become plus. 2 root 5 into root 5, that is 10. Okay, root 5 into root 5 is 5. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10, minus minus plus. This minus minus plus, so this remains positive. Now root 2 into root 15 plus root 30, and this minus 3 root 2. minus 3 root 2. Okay, sorry, this minus, not minus 3 root 2, this will become minus 6. Root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 minus 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, so minus 6. Okay, here I do get minus 6. Okay, root 2 into root 15 is root 30, root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 into 3 6. Okay, so this now I do write the like terms all together. However, that step is not that much required. Still I do write, see, root 30, then plus root 30, then minus 2 root 30, then plus 10, minus 6, minus 3. So root 30 plus root 30, 2 root 30, which will cancel with this. 10 minus 9. So finally my answer is 1. So this is the final answer. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll start question from miscellaneous exercise. Miscellaneous exercise. Okay, page number 104. Page number 104. Okay, so we'll see some questions from this. So first I will take question number 3. Okay, question 3, its third part. Okay, this is miscellaneous exercise. Almost every type of question which is in this exercise we have already solved, but just some typical sums are there that I am going to solve for you. So third one is 2 multiplied by cube root of 4. We have to simplify 2 multiplied by cube root of 4 plus 6 multiplied by cube root of 32 plus minus 14 multiplied by cube root of 4. Okay, 2 multiplied by cube root of 4, then plus 6 multiplied by cube root of 32, and minus 14 multiplied by cube root of 4. Okay, so we have to simplify this. So let us see how to simplify. See, this cube root of 4 we have over here as well as over here. So we can say these two are the like terms actually. So we do write these two terms all together in this way. Okay, and over here, then this after this I do write as it is. See, this is 32 raised to, actually I can write this is 32 raised to 1 by 3 minus 14 raised cube root of 4. Okay, as I told you, these two terms are the like terms, so now I am writing them all together. This one minus 14 cube root of 4, now plus 6. Now 32 is actually 2 raised to 5, so I can write 2 raised to 5 raised to 1 by 3. Now over here, if I consider for a while, I say that cube root of 4 is equal to x just for a while, so I can say this is 2x and this is 14x. Okay, so 2x minus 14x is minus 12x and x is actually this. So here I do write minus 14, sorry, minus 12 cube root of 4. Okay, plus 6, here I get 2 raised to 5 by 3. Okay, so here minus 12 cube root of 4 plus 6 multiplied by. Now this, as we already solved this type of sum here, the denominator is smaller, so I do write this 5 as 3 plus 2. Okay, I have to break this numerator in such a way that one term is a multiple of the denominator. Head denominator is 3, so I wrote 3 plus 2 by 3. So this minus 12 cube root of 4 plus 6 multiplied by. Now this can be written as 2 raised to 3 by 2, sorry, 2 raised to 3 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Okay, so therefore here I can write minus 12 cube root of 4 plus 6 multiplied by, now this is 2 raised to 3 by 3 into 2 raised to 2 by 3. Okay, so this will become minus 12 cube root of 4 plus 6 into 2 raised to 1 into, I can write 2 square raised to 1 by 3, isn't it? This 2 by 3 can be written as 2 raised to 2 raised to 1 by 3. So this will become minus 12 cube root of 4 plus, now 6 into 2, 12, and this is 4 raised to 1 by 3. So actually this is minus 12 cube root of 4 plus 12 cube root of 4. Okay, this 4 raised to 1 by 3 is cube root of 4 itself. So when you add two quantities with opposite sign, you will get 0. So here final answer is 0. Okay, so please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now next we will see its fourth one. Its fourth one. from the same page number, same question, it's fourth one. Okay, question is 2 into cube root of 4, 2 into cube root of 4 plus, okay, this is plus 6 into again cube root of 4 plus 6 into cube root of 4 minus cube root of 500 minus cube root of 500. Okay, so here okay, here instead of 4 we have 32. So almost similar. This is cube root of 4, this is cube root of 32, and this is cube root of 500. So to add them we have to make them make their radicand same. So let us see how to solve this further. Okay, this is 2 into cube root of 4, I am keeping it as it is, plus 6, and here 32 I am writing this as 2 raised to 5 minus 3 multiplied by, now 500. So if I find the factors of 500, okay, so 5 into 10, this is 500, so 5 into 5 into 2 into 5 into 2. So actually this is 5 cube 2 square. Okay, so here I can write this as 5 cube into 2 square. Okay. Now further, see, this is 2 into cube root of 4 plus 6 into. Now this is 2 raised to 5. So this, see, the previous sum and this sum are almost same. Here I am approaching a different method. Okay, that method you got. Now try to understand this method. Here it is cube root, so I am writing it in this way. Okay, similarly over here it is not 3, actually it is cube root. So here I can write this in this way. Okay, now I'll separate this. That means I do write in this way: 2 into cube root of 4 plus 6 into cube root of 2 cube into cube root of 2 square. Similarly here I do write cube root of 5 cube multiplied by cube root of 2 square. Now this is the cube root of 2 cube, so this will become 2 only using this law. If you remember, this becomes x itself. That means if the order and the power are same under the radical sign, then value will be x itself. So here value will be 2 itself, here value will be 5 itself. Okay, so here 2 multiplied by cube root of 4, okay, plus 6 into 2 into, now this is actually cube root of 4 minus here 5 multiplied by cube root of 4. So I hope up to this point it is clear to you. Okay, now again these are the like terms. So this is 2 into cube root of 4 plus 6 into 2, 12 into cube root of 4 minus 5 into cube root of 4. Okay, so further, so this is almost done, only one or two steps are left. So again if I say cube root of 4 is x, so this is 2x, here it is 12x, so 12 plus 2, 14x, 14x minus 5x. So here actually no need to write over there, here also I can write 9 into cube root of 4. Okay, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 minus 5, or 14 minus 5 is 7 plus 2 this. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, so please note it down. Okay, now the same question can be asked in a different way. Suppose I do ask you that uh, if, okay, the same question, if 2 into cube root of 4 plus 6 into cube root of 32 minus cube root of 500 is equal to a multiplied by bth root of c. Okay, where a, b, c belongs to natural number, then write the correct order of ABC. Then write the correct order ABC in the, or write ABC in increasing order or ABC in decreasing order. So first of all, you have to simplify this, then you have to compare this expression, that is a multiplied by bth root of c is equal to, because after simplification what you will get, you will get 9 multiplied by 9 multiplied by third root of 4. So on comparing we will get a equal to 9, b equal to 3 and c is equal to 4. Okay, so correct increasing order will be b, c and a. Okay, that means I will say b is less than c is less than a. Or instead of asking that write them in increasing or decreasing order, they can ask you find the value of a plus b plus c or a minus b plus c, whatever. So many things can be asked. So the same question can be framed in this way. Okay, so this is the homework for today's lecture. Please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you.